Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, our friends at Humana are no strangers to helping veterans. Whether it is fighting food insecurity to help ensure veteran and military families have access to healthy foods, or advocating for increased and expanded access to the highest quality of health care available from coast to coast, over the years, they have shown time and time again their commitment to veterans and their families. So, when you have a person who has paired an impressive 30-year career in the U.S. Marine Corps and Marine Corps Reserves, Marines, with 20 years of hospital administration and managed care experience, it should come as no surprise that both he and the organization he works for have become passionate and dedicated allies to the VFW and our mission. As Humana's Director of Veteran Channel, Ed Sandrick has been a driving force behind Humana's collaboration with the VFW, in addition to their partnering efforts with other national veteran service organizations. Responsible for leading a team that is focused on developing and implementing veteran outreach programs at the state and local level, every day Ed works to find ways to improve every facet of veterans' lives. And now, if you'll turn your attention to the screens on either side of the stage, it gives me great pleasure to show you a special message from Humana's Director of Veteran Channel and VFW Life member, retired Colonel Ed Sandrick.
Hi, my name is Ed Sandrick, Director of the Veteran Channel for Humana. Congratulations to the VFW on your 122nd VFW National Convention. Humana is a proud supporter of the VFW since 2012. The success of our relationship is evident as we've joined forces to raise over 1.5 million meals with United in Combat Hunger the past 3 years, with this year's goal of raising 1 million more. Humana is proud to announce that we are adding the veteran community to our Bold Goal initiative, in which the VFW and Humana collaborate on addressing social determinants of health and health-related social needs so we can continue our mission of delivering more healthy days for our veterans and the ones they love.
In 2015, when we first launched the Bold Goal, we wanted to have a dream with a deadline and an accountability that we were going to try to make communities 20% healthier by 2020.
It was more of an experiment. We were focusing on very specific markets, trying to learn the right kinds of techniques and tactics and strategies within a market that ultimately could produce better health and more healthy days.
You were recently out of the hospital. How are you doing?
Social determinants of health are extremely important to members' health, whether that be transportation to a doctor's office, or we don't have enough food in the house, or the electricity just got shut off. We try to uncover those things to help members.
Humana is really focused on building partnerships with organizations that are committed to the same mission that we are. Those that are addressing the health-related social needs of our members, food insecurity and housing, social isolation and loneliness, connectivity to the resources that members ultimately need in order to be healthy. You know, the biggest thing that we look for in a partner is someone who is really focused on deeply engaging and integrating and working on these tough issues together.
One of the things that I love about our Humana partnership is that it started with a bold goal, and that's exactly what we've been doing ever since. We've been boldly going out into communities. We have a deep, not a transitional, but a deep and vast relationship that cuts across our members.
The mission of Volunteers America truly is to help America's most vulnerable, and that's exactly what we do. We are in 400 communities nationwide. We serve 1.5 million people throughout a year. We serve in person every day over 370,000 people each day. We cannot do that by ourselves. We must have the kind of partnerships like we have with Humana so we can make our services reach deeper.
We are truly pioneers that set out on a mission to serve pregnant and parenting women who are substance use disordered. And what's so unique and amazing about this program is that we invite kids to come into treatment with their moms. Our relationship with Humana is deeply personal. We have a Humana team member that serves in a leadership position on our board of directors. We have Humana members come out and volunteer their time. And we have a variety of financial partnerships with Humana where we are taking care of many of their members who are on Medicaid. And they've invested in our programs that have allowed us to expand. So it is a very deep and meaningful relationship that has mutual benefits. It's really a beautiful example of what partnership can look like between a healthcare company like Humana and a healthcare provider like Volunteers of America.
I'm Andrew, and I'm the founder and CEO of Papa. We're here in Miami, Florida. Papa connects older adults and families to what we call Papa Pals that provide companionship, assistance, and transportation, like Family on Demand.
Ms. Harrison, this is the Papa program. It's another virtual wellness call.
Humana's partnership with Papa is incredibly valuable to us and incredibly valuable to the members. I mean, Humana was very forward-thinking on social determinants of health, and especially loneliness and isolation and the impact it could have on one's life. In fact, they've developed a predictive analysis model to understand who is lonely, and then Papa's able to interact with those people specifically to try to move the needle on that impact. We were able to partner with Humana initially in the Tampa market and have now expanded quite rapidly across the country.
We at No Kid Hungry are so incredibly grateful for the partnership that we have with Humana. 1 in 4 children are now facing hunger because of the pandemic. When schools closed, children had to figure out where do they get the food. This partnership that we have with Humana allowed us to provide schools and school districts with PPE, with curbside delivery service, with refrigeration, with transportation, so that no child ever had to miss a meal or face hunger because they could not get to the schools where they were so dependent on getting food and nutrition every day.
Thank you.
As we've really fostered and grown these partnerships with key community-based organizations, we've learned a lot about what works and what doesn't work. And yes, we do continue to increase the number of bowl goal markets. We're also taking those learnings that we've had on the ground with our partners and found those successes, and we're scaling them to the business. So it started out as more of an experiment, now is more just the way we do our work. It's really essential that we look at our members as people and not as a series or constellation of illnesses. Their social context, their behavioral health, their physical health. And it's our ability to integrate all of those into a really fulsome approach to promote better health for every one of our members. That's what we call human care.
I love the alignment between Volunteers of America and Humana when it comes to human care, because that's exactly the business we're in too. We take care of the whole person. We want to make sure that we're taking care of their health and nutrition, their transportation needs, their long-term workforce needs, or education needs to ensure their long-term success. Humana takes that same long view and looks comprehensively at how they can best support their members. So that's one of the sweet spots of our relationship and our strong alignment.
Human care, it speaks to the core of who we are, taking care of the whole person, the whole body, listening to what people need, listening to what communities need.
We know we have a partner that represents compassionate care, and we love being connected to it.
I have never been more proud in my whole life than I am that I get to serve in this role, in this moment, with partners like Humana.
Everyone asks, is the bold goal over? The answer to that is no. We're going to continue to evolve and continue to connect with communities and improve population health, and that's now in the core of what we do as a company, and it's really part of what we do every day with every member.
How about a big round of applause for Humana, one of our wonderful partners.